Welcome aboard, fellow enthusiasts, as we embark on another incredible video. Welcome, everyone, to our latest video where we'll be exploring Battle of Bagavan. The Battle of Bagavan, also spelled Bagawan or the Battle of Vagabanta, was fought in 371 near the settlement of Bagavan, in the district of Bagrevand in Greater Armenia, between a joint Roman-Armenian force and a Sassanid army, with the Romans and Armenians emerging victorious. It is recorded by the Roman historian Ammianus Marcellinus, as well as the Armenian historian Faustus of Byzantium. The Armenian historian Movses Khorenatsi and several later Armenian historians following him place the battle in a field called Dzirav, and so the battle is called the Battle of Dzirav in some Armenian sources. In the view of historians Hakob Manandian and Garsoïan, this is an error by Khorenatsi or a conflation of the Battle of Bagavan with the battle at Gandzak described in the next chapter of Faustus's history. With that being said, let's now move on to background. In the aftermath of the Perso-Roman peace treaty of 363, whereby Rome had pledged not to intervene in Armenian affairs, Armenia was left at the mercy of the Sassanid king Shapur II, who imprisoned the Armenian king Ashok I and strove to consolidate Persian rule in the country. In 369, the Roman Emperor Valens allowed Pap, son of Ashok II, to return to Armenia accompanied by the general Terentius. However, Pap was soon driven out of Armenia by Shapur's armies and forced to hide in Lazica. While Pap was in hiding, Shapur contacted him and persuaded him to change his allegiance to Persia, but this attempted rapprochement was aborted when Valens's general Arinthus arrived and restored Pap to the Armenian throne a second time. Shapur was enraged by this move, but did not declare the peace with Rome void until the winter of 370. Shapur amassed an army which, according to Faustus, included the forces of his ally King Ernest of Albania, and invaded Armenia in the spring of 371. Valens sent a large army to Armenia under the command of generals Tranus and Vladimirius, but with orders to engage only in defensive actions, hoping to maintain the peace with Persia. The Armenians also assembled their army under the command of General-in-Chief Movses Khorenatsi and convened with the Romans near the settlement of Bagavan, in the district of Bagrevand, at the foot of Mountain Pat, near the source of the Sassanid River. Faustus gives the number of the Armenian army as 90,000. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into battle and its impact on our understanding. The combined Armenian-Roman army met the invading Sassanid force near Bagavan. According to Ammianus Marcellinus, the Romans initially withdrew to avoid combat, but were eventually forced to respond to the attacks of the Persian cavalry and won a decisive victory in the subsequent battle, inflicting heavy casualties on the Persians. Faustus of Byzantium gives considerable credit for the victory to Sparpit Mashig. Faustus also tells of how Ernest of Albania asked Shapur to let his contingent face the Armenian force, and how Mashig engaged in single combat with Ernest and wounded the Albanian king, but allowed him to escape with his life. This may indicate that the battle took place in a similar fashion as other battles where the Romans and their allies faced the Persians and their allies, with the Romans facing the Persians and the allies fighting each other. According to Faustus, King Pap did not take part in the battle and observed from Mountain Pat together with Patriarch Nerses at the request of the Roman generals. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of aftermath in this section. Ammianus writes that several other engagements were fought after the Armenian-Roman victory at Bagavan, with varying outcomes. Faustus tells of another great battle at Gandzak in Azerbaijan where the Armenians and Romans routed the Persians again, this time with Shapur there in person. After these battles, Shapur sent envoys and a truce was agreed upon. Shapur then returned to Ctesiphon and Valens to Antioch, with Armenia left effectively under Roman suzerainty. The truce would last for 7 years. As a result of these victories, Mashig is said to have reconquered many lost Armenian territories and forced the nobles who had revolted against the Sassanid monarchy to submit to Pap's authority. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore ancient works through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. Ammianus Marcellinus, Res Gestae. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of modern works and examining its broader implications. Bagrevand 371 Cactaries in the Byzantine Empire, 4th century in Armenia, 4th century in Iran. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this video.